And a federal grand jury in Atlanta indicted the former City of Atlanta official. She is accused of taking more than $2 million in bribes for city business. We have now exclusive video to show you of investigators taking away a classic car of hers, 3 wave runners and jet skis from her house today. Channel 2 investigative reporter Richard Belcher with us live in downtown Atlanta, where there could be more fallout in this bribery scandal.
Justin, that $2 million figure in alleged bribes is almost twice what we'd previously heard from federal authorities. Reverend Mitzi Bickers, who worked for the 2009 Kasim Reed mayoral campaign and then worked about 3 years for Mayor Reed at City Hall, is accused of hitting up 2 businessmen and helping them get millions of dollars in business. They were clearly willing to pay to play. Bickers surrendered at the federal courthouse downtown. By late morning, she was brought before a magistrate in handcuffs and leg irons. Federal prosecutors illustrate the charges in the indictment with 2 charts, one laying out the $2.5 million in contracts they maintain she helped 2 contractors win in 2011. They contend those contractors paid her more than $500,000, which she used to purchase a lavish home. A second illustration traces nearly $1.5 million in alleged payoffs to Bickers, which they say she used to buy luxury vehicles and watercraft, plus travel and other lavish purchases.
It's important to track the money because it tells you where the money came from, gives you the circumstances and how the money was deposited, which shows motive and intent. It also tells you, for tax purposes, that whether or not it's income or something that's not taxable.
Bickers pleaded not guilty and was allowed to leave the courthouse without posting bond immediately. The federal magistrate ordered her to return to court by 4 p.m. Friday with proof she has posted a $50,000 bond. When Reverend Bickers eventually comes to trial, a critical witness against her is expected to be contractor E.R. Mitchell, who's already pleaded guilty to paying more than $1 million in bribes and is in federal prison. U.S. Attorney B.J. Pack had a message for anyone else with information about this alleged conspiracy.
Now is your time. There's a very small window of opportunity for you to help yourself in accepting full responsibility for being part of this conspiracy and with cooperating with the government.
We showed you the video of U.S. Marshals seizing some of her luxury goods at her home on Lake Spivey in Henry County. They'll also make it impossible for her to sell that home until this case is over. If she is convicted, those forfeitures will be finalized. Coming up on Channel 2 Action News at 6, we'll hear from the current mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms. None of this, she points out, happened on her watch. Live at the Russell Federal Courthouse in downtown Atlanta, Richard Belcher, Channel 2 Action News.
It's just amazing the amount of money and the lengths to which apparently they were going. Richard, thank you. We have more details in the bribery investigation. 2 contractors pleaded guilty and are serving sentences for paying bribes in exchange for city contracts. E.R. Mitchell received 5 years in prison, and Charles Richards received 2 years and 3 months. Former Atlanta Procurement Director Adam Smith also pleaded guilty to conspiracy. A judge sentenced him to more than 2 years in prison. Smith has not been linked to Mitchell or Richards.